My brother went missing 10 years ago. Yesterday he came back. Every family has a tragedy. Ours happened on October 17th, 2014. That was the night my brother Alex vanished. One moment he was in his room, music blasting through his headphones. The next, his window was wide open, and he was gone. The police searched. Volunteers combed through the woods, calling his name. Flyers were taped to every telephone pole, every shop window. But as the days stretched into weeks, hope faded. A year later, my parents held a memorial. They had to accept the truth. Alex wasn't coming home, except last night he did. The return. It was nearly 3 a.m. when the doorbell rang. I jolted awake, heart hammering. Who the hell shows up at this hour? Through the peephole, I saw a figure standing on the porch. Hoodie. Jeans. Head slightly tilted down. Something about the stance was familiar. I hesitated, then slowly unlocked the door. And there he was. Alex. My breath caught in my throat. He looked exactly the same. Same messy brown hair, same hoodie he wore the night he vanished, same sharp green eyes, except now they seemed darker. I stumbled back. Alex? He smiled. Hey, little brother. My stomach twisted. His voice was identical. But there was something off. 10 years had passed. I had grown taller, older, my face rougher, but Alex hadn't aged a day. Mom appeared at the top of the stairs. The moment she saw him, she gasped, hand flying to her mouth. Oh my God. Alex's smile widened. I'm home. The first night, Mom cried. Dad sat in stunned silence. Alex just smiled. It didn't make sense. No signs of starvation, no scars, no injuries. He was wearing the same clothes, but they were pristine. Where have you been? Mom whispered, gripping his face. Alex chuckled. You wouldn't believe me. Try us, Dad said, his voice tight. Alex's eyes flickered toward him, and for just a second I swore I saw something else in them, something cold. But he only said, I don't remember much. He claimed he had woken up in the woods, walked until he recognized our street. He had no memory of where he had been. The police came, asked questions, ran tests. The results? No fingerprints in any database. No DNA matches in missing persons reports. No signs of malnutrition or trauma. It was like he had never left. Eventually they stopped asking. They were just happy he was home. But I wasn't, because that first night I woke up at 2:33 a.m. and Alex was standing in the hallway. His face was blank, his breathing slow, too slow. Alex, I whispered. His head snapped toward me. Too fast, too unnatural. His lips curled into a slow creeping smile. Go to bed, little brother. I did. But I didn't sleep. The changes. The next few days were wrong. Mom kept cooking his favorite meals. Alex didn't eat them. Dad tried to talk to him about college, work, anything. Alex would just smile and nod, but never answer. And then there were the nights. I started waking up every night at 2:33 a.m. And every night, Alex was standing in the hallway, watching, waiting. It got worse. One evening I was in the kitchen when I heard whispers, low, rhythmic almost, chanting. I followed the sound to Alex's room. The door was slightly open. I peeked inside, and my blood turned to ice. Alex was standing in the center of his room, arms stiff at his sides, muttering in a language I didn't understand. And the walls were moving. Dark shapes slithered across them, shifting, pulsing, growing. Then he stopped. His head turned. I barely had time to back away before he opened the door, staring at me. His pupils were too large, his smile too wide. Spying on me, little brother? I forced a laugh. Just checking on you. He stared at me for too long. Then finally he chuckled. Good night. The door shut. I locked myself in my room and didn't sleep. The truth. I had to know. I had to find out where Alex had been. So the next night I followed him. At exactly 2 a.m. he slipped out the back door and walked into the woods. I stayed far behind, heart pounding. He moved too smoothly, like he wasn't walking, but gliding. The deeper we went, the colder it got. The trees whispered in the wind, shadows stretched unnaturally long, and then I heard them, voices, soft humming calling. Alex stepped into a clearing, and my stomach dropped. There were others. Figures stood in the darkness. Some looked exactly like Alex, same face, same clothes, same blank eerie smile. But others weren't human. Their limbs were too long, their eyes too black, their skin twisted and wrong, and they were waiting, Then in unison they turned, looking directly at me. The humming stopped. The world fell silent. Then Alex spoke. "Little brother," he whispered, "you shouldn't be here." I ran. The escape. I didn't stop running until I reached the house. I locked the doors, my entire body shaking. A second later, Alex walked through the front door, calm, smiling, like he had been here the whole time. "How was your walk?" he asked. I didn't answer, but I knew then that wasn't my brother, and whatever had taken his place wanted something. The final night, I packed a bag. I had to leave. But when I opened my door, Alex was waiting, his smile too wide, his eyes completely black. "You're leaving?" he whispered. I swallowed. "Yeah." He stepped closer. His voice wasn't his anymore. "Stay," he said softly. "It's easier that way." His fingers stretched unnaturally long, his mouth widened. I bolted. I made it to my car, peeled out of the driveway, and didn't stop driving for hours. But this morning I got a text. Unknown number. "You can't run from family." And when I glanced at my rearview mirror, Alex was standing on the side of the road, watching, smiling, waiting.